Hello, my dearest friends. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Diana and the Book Hunt. I'm going to be doing a book tag today. I love doing book tags and I love a couple of them throughout the year. The one I'm doing today was, I think, created by Larisa from Larry Reads. I think maybe last year or the year before, I'm not sure, but I did do it last year and I wanted to do it this year as well. It's the beginning of the year book tag, and there's about 18 questions that she came up with to kind of introduce what our goals are for the new year, what we're looking forward to doing, to reading, and what we want to take away from the last year, what we don't want to take with us, what we want to do in the new year. So I'm going to answer all of those questions and see what 2026 is going to look like for me, at least what I hope it will look like for me. And I'm going to link the questions down below in the description box if you want to check out the questions, if you want to do the video, if you haven't checked it out yet. I'm going to also link her video that she posted this year with this book tag, with the answers she gave to the questions. And I'm just going to go ahead and dive in with the first question, which is, how many books are you planning on reading in 2026? I have lowered my reading goal for this year because I noticed last year I put it at 150 for 2025, and I read quite a few romantasy books. Those are on the chunkier side, and I don't want to pressure myself into speed reading just to meet a certain number within the year. And I do plan on reading romantasies again this year. So I have lowered it to 120. I think that's a doable goal for me. Even though I did meet the 150 book goal for 2025, I felt a bit more pressure than I wanted to just to meet that number. And I'm very competitive with myself, so I don't want to do this again this year. If I meet 120, I'm going to be very happy. If I exceed it, I'm going to adjust it around the end of the year and see how that's going to go. So 120 books, I think, is a very fair kind of assessment of what I believe I'm going to read in 2026. Question number 2 is a book you're likely to reread this year. I don't typically reread a lot of books. I'm going to be honest. I find it difficult to reread books because there's just so many new books I want to discover. But there is one book I'm definitely going to be rereading because I'm going to be reading book 2. And it's been a while since I read the first book, so I definitely want to get back into all of the details within the world. I'm going to be rereading The Will of the Many by James Islington because I'm planning on picking up book 2 that released at the tail end of 2025, The Strength of the Few. So yeah, that's on my to-do list for this year. I did purchase the audiobook for The Will of the Many through Audible, so I can maybe kind of immerse myself in that way, because the first time I read it was through ebook. And let's see, I'm gonna reread this one for this year. And maybe if I think about the new releases that are coming out this year for romantasy, I might reread Terror at the Gates because I just really love that book. And when book 2 comes out, I might want to reread that one. We're just gonna wait out and see. Now, question number 3 is, what is a priority read on your 2026 TBR? Now, I started reading the audiobook for The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang at the start of this year, but I found that I'm not distinguishing the characters enough. There's a lot of characters being introduced, so I think I may have to do the physical copy together with the audiobook, but I definitely want to finish this book once and for all because I've had it on TBRs for like 2 or 3 years now. I don't know for how long. So I'm definitely wanting to finish this one. And I suspect it may be a favorite. So I definitely want to finish it. And I read King of Wrath by Anna Huang finally. I just want to continue on within that series. So King of Pride, King of Greed. If I can get to book 3 or 4 in 2026, I'm going to be very happy because I definitely want to be up to speed with her Kings of Sin series. She's coming out with, I think, King of Gluttony next. I'm not sure, but I just need to get caught up with the series. And do I have anything else? I have probably a lot on my TBR that I definitely want to finish, but like Anna Huang's books and M.L. Wang's The Sword of Kaigen are really my priority reads. Question number 4 is an author you won't be reading more books from this year. Now, I was really struggling with thinking of an author that I won't read any more books from because I already told you, I think last year, that I don't plan on picking up any Tessa Bailey books in the future because that author is just not for me. But I did come up with an author that I'm not going to pick up in general. I haven't ever read any of their books, but she was on my TBR a couple of years ago when everyone was hyping up her books. And then last year, she came out with some very unfortunate things that she wrote, and everyone basically canceled her. I'm talking about Sophie Lark. I had some of her books that I wanted to read, and I have the audiobooks for them through my audiobook supplier, but I don't plan on picking them up because it's just icky now when she's such a problematic author, so I don't plan on picking up any of her books in the future. Question number 5 is something new you want to read. I took this as a new genre, and I definitely want to read more sci-fi and dystopian romances. Last year I read Silver Elite by Danny Francis, and I really, really liked it. So I definitely want to try more of those kinds of books out because I think I may enjoy them. So if we're taking that spin, sci-fi and dystopian is the way to go for me for 2026. The 6th prompt is a popular book you want to read. I have gone for Wild Side and A Wild Card by Elsie Silver. I read the first 2 books within the series last year, and I really, really enjoyed them, especially the second book I gave 5 stars to. And I think I'm going to really enjoy the other 2 books as well. So I'm going to get on reading those. And I'm also obviously going to, at certain point in 2026, read Alchemized by Senlin Yu. I have my physical copy. I have the audiobook. So I just need to gather the courage and be in the mood for being distraught. And yeah, I'm going to read that one in 2026 as well. Now, question number 7 is my most anticipated 2026 book releases. There's so many, so many. I mean, Kennedy Ryan's Score, Liz Tom Fordy's In Her Own League. We've got the new Abby Jimenez book, The Night We Met, I think it's called. We've got 2 new books by B.K. Borison. The one that comes out in February, I don't know what it's called anymore. And then we have one that comes out in October as well. And I don't know if Ali Hazelwood will come out with anything, but if she does, I'm definitely picking it up because I've loved everything Ali has come up with. So there's a lot coming up in 2026 that I believe I'm going to love. Question number 8 is a bookish goal that I have for 2026. I already mentioned this with question number 1, and that is kind of slow down my reading and be more intentional about what kind of books I'm picking up. And I know that everyone is saying that lately, but for me, I feel like for the first time in a long time, I've had periods of time when I was in a bookish slump, which never used to happen to me before. And I think it's really trying to get to read so many books that is kind of having me burnt out on certain kinds of books, and also not wanting to, or really not being excited about picking up new books. So slowing things down and being more intentional about what exactly I'm picking up, I think is going to make a difference for me in not getting to that place of being in a slump. So I definitely want to try that out in 2026, as well as maybe DNFing more. I always say that, and I never kind of make it a goal for myself. Like, I need to maybe make a goal for myself to at least DNF like 10 books. I've never DNF'd 10 books in a year's time, I think. But I just need to really stick to books that I'm really, really excited about when I pick them up. And if I get to the 40% mark and it's not working for me, I should just put that damn book down and not be kind of feeling guilty about it. But yeah, those are my goals for 2026. Question number 9 is a book that's been on your TBR for forever and you probably won't ever read. I think I have it here, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll pick it up at a certain point, but it's just such a chunky book. I'm so intimidated by it. It's The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I've heard so many amazing things about this book, but it's just so intimidating to me. I don't know why. And I don't know, maybe if I finish The Sword of Kaigen in 2026, I may get the urge to finally pick up this book as well. But for now, it just doesn't look good for this one. The next one is a series you want to read this year. It's actually a series I want to finish this year. For me specifically, I want to finish Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, because I think I've gotten to book 5, if I'm not mistaken, but I definitely want to finally finish this series because I know I'm going to love it in the end. Because at book like, I think 3 and 4, I already was so invested in the story, but I just need to push myself to finish it finally. So in 2026, I really want to finish it. Question 11 is, who are your auto-buy authors going into 2026? I think I managed to actually name all of them in one of the previous prompts. So we've got Abby Jimenez, Kennedy Ryan, Ali Hazelwood, BK Borson, Listam 40. I can also mention Chloe Lees because I really, really love Chloe Lees. And who else? Oh, and Stephanie Archer. I really love Stephanie Archer. This Vancouver Storms hockey series has been a favorite of mine. So yeah, Stephanie Archer as well. The 12th prompt or question is a book to show adaptation you're excited about in 2026. There have been so many announced for this year. It's going to be bonkers, and I'm looking forward to all of them. I mean, People We Meet on Vacation just came out and it was so great. I don't know, there's a lot of people who are unhappy with the ending, but I had so much fun with that movie. I couldn't fault it, and my romance loving heart was just full. And I'm looking forward to Project Hail Mary, the adaptation of the book by Andy Weir. We're going to get a Wuthering Heights with, what's his name, Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie. I'm on the fence on whether that's going to be a good match, but let's wait out and see. We're going to get a Sunrise on the Reaping movie at the end of 2026. We're going to get Verity by Colleen Hoover, and we're going to get The Odyssey. That's going to be the new release by Christopher Nolan. I'm looking forward to all of these. And there's going to be many more. I was seeing here and there other Instagram pop-up things of adaptations that are coming up. And I'm just looking forward to all of them, to be quite honest. So 2026 is going to be a good year. Next up, we're going to talk about a sequel that I'm anticipating in 2026. I'm really looking forward to Fury Bound. That is the follow-up to Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. Also Broken Dove. That is the follow-up to Silver Elite. And also the book that will follow up to At the Gates by Scarlett Sinclair. There's going to be a lot of good sequels in 2026. All of these are either romantasy, or the second one is a dystopian romantasy kind of a book. And they were so good last year, so I'm very much looking forward to all of these. Question number 14 is, what bookish things are you leaving behind in 2026? So essentially leaving back in 2025 and not taking with me in 2026. I've mentioned this also in one of the previous prompts or questions, and that is pressuring myself. I always feel the sense that I'm being behind if I don't post every week or every 2 times a week or whatever. But honestly, this is really my hobby. I love talking about books. I love sitting down and discussing all of my favorites and putting my thoughts out there and getting your perspective on everything. But at the same time, I'm a full-time mom. I have a partner at home who is relying on me. I have a pretty hectic kind of day-to-day life most of the time. And I don't want to feel guilty about not doing something. I do love doing this, don't get me wrong, but if I don't manage to plan ahead and film, or my baby gets sick and my plans are all uprooted and everything, I just want to give myself grace and post whenever I can. I'm going to do my best to really be consistent, but if I don't manage it, then I'm just not going to pressure myself. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna be mad at myself about it, because life is life, right? And I hope that I will keep enjoying to do, and that I can remain doing, but it shouldn't take over. It shouldn't give me any anxiety. Let me put it like this. So yeah, worrying in 2026 is something that I want to leave behind, because I'm typically a very kind of worrying kind of a person. So yeah, I'm going to be kinder to myself in 2026. That's what I'm going to vow. The prompt that is under the number 15 is what to expect from this account in 2026. Now, I love doing trope recommendation videos, so I plan on continuing to do those. I'm not good at doing vlogs, so this is not going to become a vlog channel. If I do one here and there, I'm going to be very proud of myself, but mostly I'm going to do whatever you've been used to seeing from me. So trope recommendation videos, I'm going to let you know what new releases I've been reading and whether they're worth it. And overall, I'm just going to keep you in the loop of what I've been loving and what I've been reading. I typically don't discuss a lot books that I really haven't loved. I will mention if I've read something that has been a misser for me, but I don't go into too much detail. But essentially, this is what you can expect from me, to just keep on getting the same kind of content as you've been used to from me before. And if you have something that you would love to see me do, please let me know, because I'm on the lookout of trying to do things that you may enjoy seeing as well. So yeah, feel free to leave me some ideas in the comments below. Question number 16 is, how has your taste in reading evolved from last year? I have to say that I'm definitely reading more romantasy than before, and last year I've had a lot of favorites within that genre as well, so I'm definitely reading more romantasy than before. And contemporaries, I have kind of scaled down to really reading ones from favorite authors of mine, or ones that have caught my eye in terms of either trope or hype or whatever. But I've really focused on kind of exploring new to me things. So I've not really read a lot of paranormal in the past, and this year, or at least in 2025, I read more paranormal books and I really liked them. So I'm just on a discovery journey for myself of discovering more kinds of books that I like. So I've definitely read more romantasy in 2025. And within contemporary, I'm really looking for those books that will actually leave a mark for me, like really books that I'm going to remember, that I'm going to want to recommend to everyone. So again, I've become kind of more selective about the books that I'm picking up. And I'm really looking forward to discovering more really impactful books within the contemporary genre. So yeah, this really ties into the being more intentional about the books that I'm picking up in 2026. I definitely want to do that more. Now, the 17th prompt is to call out booktubers, so booktube creators who inspire me. I have a lot of booktubers that I follow on a day-to-day basis. Booktube is really one of my kind of other hobbies. Whenever I get off of work, if I don't watch a podcast, I'm going to put a booktubers video on as my kind of downtime, as the way to just to unwind and to listen to someone who gives me comfort and talks about books that I may be interested in, and sometimes even books that I may not be interested in, but the person is just so soothing to me. One of them being Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. I will put on her vlogs, and even though she sometimes reads books that I would not pick up, I just want to hear her talk about them because she's so eloquent and amazing. And another person that I definitely love to listen to is Chandler from Chandler Ainsley's channel. So all of her videos I typically watch whenever she comes out with one. I think she does like 2 a week. So I know which days she's posting, and I know to expect her videos when they come out. We've also got, for the romantasy book recommendations, Jess from Honest Fiction. I always watch her videos as well, and they're so good. She's so well prepared within her videos. I'm so envious of her. She does such an amazing job. Also with her editing, she's absolutely amazing. I also love Jessica from Peace Love Books. I love Tori from Novel Life. I love Monica from Pardon This Book Addict. I love Beccie from Vex Reads. She's such an amazing person, and she has an absolute different kind of taste from me, but I love watching her videos. She's just so much fun to watch. And there's just a lot of different bookish creators that I follow, but these are ones that I definitely gravitate to a lot. And if you have anyone to recommend to me that I need to check out, also leave them down below so I can check out their channel as well. The last prompt has more to do with me recommending something to someone who is planning on starting a bookish account. Now, one thing that I need to say is, I know it's scary, but just give it a shot. just try it out, do it once, do it twice, and talk about books that you love, and talk about things that excite you, and just talk about things in the way that you want to talk about, and don't follow in other people's footsteps. Because what I've seen work with other book creators is that their personality is really the perfect trait, or actually the watermark of their channel, why people are following them. It's not very much always the books that they talk about, but really their personality that speaks for them the most. At least the ones that I've just mentioned, all of them I'm following, not only because of the books that they recommend, but because I love the way that they talk about things. I love their personalities. I love their type of humor, or their commentary, or very many different things, or the aesthetic of the video. So just give it a shot. Just try it out. I know it's scary, and I don't even want to think about the first videos that I've put out. I'm probably going to cringe if I see them, but it's the process, right? It's like baby steps. You are kind of wobbly the first time you try it out, but then the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more excited you get about doing it. So it definitely gives you a freedom that it's the same like with walking. Before you walk, you're just stuck in one place and you're relying on other people to do things for you. But once you start walking, you can start to run, right? And you have all this freedom. And with doing this, it gives you this freedom of discovering more about yourself and discovering more about what you love, and that is reading books, right? And I don't know, it's a wonderful thing to have a bookish kind of outlet channel, and to have also bookish friends to connect with. It's a wonderful thing. So definitely just give it a shot. All right, my dearest friends, these were all of the questions and prompts for the beginning of the year book tag created by Larisa from Larry Reads. I'm going to again link down her video below, and also the questions if you want to check them out. And I'm also going to link up my last video that I did with this tag from last year. Maybe if you want to compare what I've said then, I don't remember what I said then, but it may be very similar to what I've said this year. I don't know. And what else? I'm going to be doing something different than I did last year around this time of the month. So last year I let you know like my 25 books that I want to read in 2025. And I'm going to revisit them in my next video. And I'm going to let you know which books I picked up, which ones I tried out but didn't finish, or were not favorites, and also which ones I plan on still reading or maybe abandoning at all. Because in 2026, like I told you, I definitely want to be more intentional about picking books. So maybe some books will actually fall off the bandwagon, and we're just going to see how that's going to work out. And then sometime in January, I definitely want to do a book recommendation video for a specific trope. I've already prepared one. I just need to film it and edit it, and I'm going to put it out. So if you have, like I mentioned, any video ideas that you want to see from me, please let me know, and I'm going to work on them. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Happy reading. Take care, and bye-bye.